morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. On this Monday, very windy Monday, April 27th. And, yeah, can you hear that? This would have been an incredible snowstorm if it had been cold enough. This definitely, I think, would have been an unbelievable nor'easter, because the rain even was coming down horizontally off the ocean. The storm came up from like the southwest, but if you look at it on the weather radar, it was going counterclockwise. So I think this wind is stronger than the last storm, and that saw gusts down the Cape. I think it's 75 mile per hour gusts. Just a simple breakfast today, people. I'm gonna finish off this box. I've got two other boxes that I have reserved for Rice Krispie treats with the strawberry Rice Krispies. So I've got the strawberry. I got the bag here. I already took it out of the box. Strawberry Rice Krispies. And I'm going to put strawberries on my strawberry Rice Krispies. I pour some coffee here. I already have the sugar in there. Can you hear that roar? It's like constant background noise is the roar of the wind going through the trees. You can hear that. It's really windy. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Gotta have an English muffin. I was gonna say a couple of English muffins, but I'm gonna split an English muffin. Of course, I'm constantly reminded from the people in England that that is not an English muffin. Oh, now the wind, you gotta hear that, right? Wow. Oh, I gotta come back. The trash barrel just went down, I think. I don't want the trash going all over the place. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. And if you can see, get some rain. It's letting up. It would be the recyclable bin. Get the trash all over the place. That's why I can't sleep, you know. I'm such a light sleeper. And I have such good hearing. I don't know if you heard the barrel. Not that you have to have good hearing to hear that barrel go down. Alright, whoops. And, like I said, I have some strawberries I have to finish. I put so much effort into cutting them and then putting the sugar on them, and let's finish these off. They were already snap, crackle, and popping. Wow, I'm winded. I ran out there because I didn't want the trash all over the place. Let's get the milk on here. You know, when I do these videos, I always feel that I have to do something completely brand new. I can never repeat anything. some Rice Krispies. Since I had them, I've done this in the past already, but man, I'm winded. Gonna have to give me a second. Alright. Here's a nice segue. Speaking of the weather, a local weatherman is retiring here in the Boston market, Barry Burbank. Now you know you're getting old when the weatherman or the weather person that you grew up with retires. And also, one thing I observed is when I started noticing that the people on TV, for the most part, are younger than me. I actually remember I remember black and white TV. I remember console TVs. I don't think that's an old-fashioned, that comedian, like Malone, I forget his name. He's like, that's an old-fashioned sentence. But console TVs. But I remember when the Weathermen had chalkboards, and you see this. I guess you see this in lecture halls. I guess no, they have. Do they still have chalkboards in college, or do they all use? They probably don't even use whiteboards, right? Everything is probably sent to your laptop or something like that for real-time interactive. Well, now with the coronavirus. But anyways, I'm going off on a tangent. I remember when they had chalkboards, and they would draw, whatever the weather pattern was, and they would have to slide it, and then bring in another one into view. And I just realized I was trying to look up some weatherman names, and a really big weatherman, or the one that I remember, Dick Albert, and I didn't realize that he had passed away in 2017. And then, of course, talk about black and white TV. It was Don Kent that I remember. Yeah, Barry Burbank retiring. You ever see YouTube videos with news bloopers? Well, it took me a while, and then it dawned on me, because they have some of these bloopers in those compilation videos where these studios don't have camera people anymore. A lot of them, the camera is all automated, so the camera is pre-programmed, and the camera will go and pan to the right person at the right time, at the right angle. And sometimes when those go bad, they're in the compilation videos where they start swinging around on their own, or they point down to the floor. So even technology is affecting the number of people required to operate, a studio and broadcast a program. One thing about Rice Krispies, it doesn't stay crispy that long. just Rice. One thing I do like about these Rice Krispies, it reminds me with like, Cocoa Puffs, where it turns, in this case it turns the milk strawberry, so it's like having, I don't know if that's fallen out of favor, the strawberry flavored Nestle Quick. But yeah, I guess I could hold the English muffins. And this isn't going to be a good thumbnail. Not going to be one of my better videos. Yeah, so let me get one of my English muffins out. It's kind of flat. Oh, here comes a gust. No. I thought definitely the barrels were gonna go. I'm gonna have to check again. Barrels are still upright. It's getting windier. We go through these phases where it builds up, and I imagine it's going to change direction once the low passes, I imagine. These are supposed to be like fork split, they advertise, but you really have to cut them with a knife. I don't see any delineation. Can you hear that wind? It's like a train. Did you see the latest? I think this is like the closest I've ever seen somebody come to a tornado. I see it on YouTube, and it just happened the other day. This guy drives right toward the tornado, and he's right, I don't know, 50 feet from the building that the roof is being torn off of, and he's just sitting there in his truck. So let me put these muffins in here. Wow. Now if I have to, there's a bagel setting. Set the bagel. That's on. It's funny, I like sailing, but I can't stand doing any yard work or being in the garden when you're being buffeted by wind. I just find it real annoying. This wind is building up, it's getting stronger. If I get distracted, this is going to pop up and it's going to scare me again. People pointed that out. I actually forgot about the toast I had in the toaster when I did the Vegemite on the toast. I forgot about the toaster, so it caught me off guard when it popped up. I saw another video. It was a compilation video, and it was titled something like "Mukbangers Getting Diabetes." So I watched the video and I said, please don't show a clip of me in this video. and they didn't. They had the, how was that saying? I forget the saying there. They had the people you thought would be in there. The usual suspects. Is that how it goes? I have to learn how to make some like really bright colored pastries, and then be able to learn how to or be able to enhance those colors in Adobe to get those brilliant colored thumbnails, and then add the text, that says ASMR. That's how you bring people in. A lot of it has to do with that thumbnail. Alright, guess what I forgot? I knew something would happen. I forgot my English muffin did it. It must have just came out bright. I just looked out the window so I wasn't gone too long. Let's get some margarine. I know people are going to say, get some butter on those. Americans always tend to put the butter in the fridge and it's not spreadable. You should buy the soft butter. I was looking at the viewfinder and I thought there was like droplets of water on the lens or something, and then realized I was just looking at I think it's the cornmeal they put on the English muffin. Nice. I was gonna say buttery, but my nice margarine-y. Try to say that. English muffins. I actually forgot. I think I was contemplating putting some peanut butter on these. Maybe I'll go with the strawberry jelly, strawberry preserve. Alright, I got my Smucker's strawberry preserves. I got an idea for the thumbnail. I just hold up the box of Rice Krispies and one of these English muffins. Move this out of the way for a second. Oh, you know what? I went to the grocery store the other day, and to my surprise, there was that, there was toilet paper. So I got one of those. I think it has 9 rolls or something like that. But it was that brand that has those bear commercials. I forget that brand's name. So it's not like the Scots. Trying to get so there's no well, I have to go like this. There you go. Yeah, so that brand of toilet paper is like it's a lot of air, you know. It's not gonna last as long as the more tightly packed rolls of toilet paper. And I went off on a tangent there. My mind was wandering. I don't know if I should say this, but I was watching, you know, how you go down the rabbit hole of YouTube videos, and there was a YouTube video recreating the home of one of the nobles of one of the upper class people in Pompeii. And so they recreated what it looked like with, you know, computer animation. And back then, one of the standards was the bathroom was in the kitchen, so that all the kitchen fluids that they had, all the hot oils or hot waters, they could just pour down the toilet and help clean it. That was the standard, is to have the bathroom in the kitchen. So, good thing we got away from that. It made sense though, you know. Sounds like it's dying down for the moment. The wind is dying down. Boy, this is a long video just for Rice Krispies and English muffin. Seem to be like a little bit of a lull right now. I wonder if it's like we're in the eye of it, and then the wind is going to turn direction. I can still hear the roar in the background. I think I spoke too soon. In the background. The other day, 6 o'clock in the morning, it sounded like the neighbor had one of those impact drills and was doing some, I don't know, home improvement project starting at 6 o'clock in the morning. You know how those impact drills sound? But it sounded like it was kind of muffled. Like it was behind, of course, another wall. And I'm like, who starts a project at 6 o'clock in the morning? And then it happened the next day. And then it dawned on me that I was hearing the call of a woodpecker in the background when I didn't hear the impact. Well, the neighbor has one of those chimney covers that I guess they're sort of to break up any sparks, I think, or any embers that might escape the chimney. Well, the woodpecker is staking out its territory, so it's on top of the cover, and it's rattling out that sound with the cover. Because it sounds better than a tree, you know, it's a lot louder. It's that bigger, larger, red-crested woodpecker. I don't think it's called the red-crested woodpecker. I forget the name of it. Last night at 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard the chainsaws going out in the distance, and I could hear, you know, they had the wood chipper chipping up the a tree went down. How'd you like to be in that neighborhood, you know, if you're one of the people that has an essential job, you know, and has to go to work, where you didn't get any sleep that night. It only lasted about an hour, though. I think they were pretty quick. Well, excuse me for a minute while I slurp up the milk. Yep. Nothing like cereal and an English muffin in the morning. Doesn't have to be too complicated. I really stretched out this video. I have to go back to I have to do some more non-food related videos. I plan on trying to make a pizza at home, make my own dough. Oh, you know what? Yeah, they had toilet paper, but there's no flour to be found. I don't know if they're redirecting it for something else, but at least my experience, my local grocery store has no flour. Well, before I go off on another tangent, thanks everyone for stopping by with this kind of boring breakfast, I guess, but it still was pretty good. Simple breakfast, I'll call it, not boring. And really windy day on this April 27th, Monday, April 27th, 2020. Appreciate your continued support. Thank you for your comments. Thanks to all my PayPal contributors. And thank you for using the Amazon affiliate links in the description to get you over to Amazon to make any of your purchases. Really appreciate that. And until next video, everyone, thanks for watching. Bye.